Oh man, it's so amazing. Look at this. Just fantastic. I was really not expecting that it would be that beautiful.
Discovering a new location as a landscape photographer is extremely exciting. However, we never really know what to expect besides the numerous research made on maps or online. And that's actually the beauty of it, as you get the excitement of discovering, scouting, and feeling a new place. And there is nothing like being in the moment, feeling it, and photographing it. Hi everyone and welcome to this video. I'm gonna share with you here how to look for new photography spots when you are going to visit a new place as a photographer. And it's not rocket science, to be honest, and it's just good to have a good method to know how to search for things and to make sure that you don't miss anything. And the first thing I am looking at when I'm doing this is to go on Google. So the first thing is doing a Google search about the country, the region you're going to. And Google usually provides either directly on its research page some few information that are extremely helpful for that, or even there are like always some few websites that will tell you, well, the 10 things that you should see in this country, or and so on. And I'm usually like just typing a basic request like what to see in this place. For example, now I am in Sixte Fer à Cheval, what to look for in Sixte Fer à Cheval. And then I will get a lot of information. Then I'm also looking for workshops, photography workshops. And this is a very precious source of information because photography workshops usually gives quite a bit of information, quite a bit of details about the places they are going to visit. So you can find a lot of good information, and on top of that, usually beautiful photographs. So that's extremely helpful as well. So these are the two things I'm doing in parallel to start with. Then I'm moving to Google Maps and see where the places are and in which location they are. And how can I organize my trip a little bit and see exactly the thing I want to see. And this part is also very important. But the thing here I'm not doing, and this is something important to me at least, I am not over researching things. Like for example, going on Google Earth and looking really every details of a place, because I want to still enjoy the discovery of a new place. I want to walk there and just discover it as something really new. If I already know most of it as I looked at it online, then there is no real point for me to visit it. Of course there is, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense to spend a lot of hours searching for things. I like the discovery and see new things. And on top of that, that helps me to get more creative with my photography, because I'm going out there and I discover new things, and it helps me to just like play around with things I figure out, that I find out, that I discover. So there are like a few reasons why I'm doing this. And in my opinion, it's something really important. Another thing also that you can do if you go to a place and you don't exactly know what to visit, you can go to a website like Location Scout, for example, which is a website that gives you some information and some pictures of the places that are shared by its users. And that can be helpful if you don't exactly know what to expect about a place, or if you don't know where to go, and then you can search there. That can be very helpful. It helped me some few times. So you can definitely use this kind of website. And finally, I'm using the very famous Photopills that helps me to see how the light will be, if I should go for sunrise, if I should go for sunset, maybe at night as well, and maybe as well where the light will be highlighting some parts of a forest, of a mountain, a lake, whatever. So yeah, obviously the traditional Photopills. And I am now in Sixte Fer à Cheval, as I said, and I actually saw that there are like some few cascades that I want to see, and I figured out where they are. So now I'm gonna go and hike there, but I didn't look for everything, so I don't really know what to expect. I know that there is some forest at the beginning of the hike, and then after that it opens up over a mountain, but I'm not exactly sure what to expect overall. I just know that there are like two beautiful waterfalls that I'm looking for. So now we are gonna go out and we're gonna enjoy photographing over there. I started my hike and it started in the forest, so that's gonna be pretty much the way, I guess, until at least the first waterfall that I'm looking for. So as you can see, so that's the forest I have here. It's pretty amazing, it's pretty beautiful, very relaxing, a few people around here at this time of the day, and yeah, it's not exactly what I'm looking for, because what I want is really to have some beautiful mountains and like kind of big vistas. So yeah, I'm gonna continue and hopefully it opens up. Can see that up there it seems to be to clear up a little bit and not so much wood, so at least not so much forest. So let's see about this, and yeah, I'll catch up with you a bit later. I stopped here on my way up as I just looked back. As you can see, this is the way down here, and I looked back and I saw the beautiful mountain that I guess you can see like through the trees here, and it's just like this spot which is coming out right in the middle of all the branches, and that actually creates a very amazing composition, because it kind of the branches are framing the beautiful mountain which is on the background. And by playing with the telephoto lens, so I put my telephoto lens on, it just like look really amazing. It's not, I mean, let's be honest, it's not gonna be the picture of the year, but I like the atmosphere it creates and how we feel that we're there, like looking at it from the wood. So if you look at my screen, so I'm gonna record now so that you guys can see. This is pretty much the view that I have here, and it just like look really interesting to be able to see this peak right in the middle of those trees. I really like the rendering, really like it like that. So this is something that, of course, these are the kind of thing you can't really forecast when you are coming on a hike, that you don't really know will happen, that you don't really know you will see, because no one will go all the way through on Google Maps through the woods, even if the path was visible. There will not be any point, and that's part of the discovery I like to have when I'm walking through the forest, through the mountains. And yeah, this kind of nice discovery are cool. And now it's really amazing, because actually the light is just highlighting the grass in front of the mountain, so that kind of create a beautiful contrast. So let me just catch this. Yeah, that's really interesting. So I'm gonna continue hiking up, and hopefully I find other beautiful pictures to make on the way. That's it, I reached the waterfall. This is called the Cascade de la Peureuse. It's just wonderful. You can see it behind me there. So there are like two parts actually. There is this beautiful part here, and there is like a small part that we can't really see, which is here. And like there is a small path which is right behind me, and I'm gonna go over there and try to find some nice compositions. I know that there is a composition which is rather popular over there, so I'm hoping to find it and make a nice picture there. And wow, that's just amazing. Conditions are great. It's a bit cloudy, so there is no too much strong light, and of course the scenery is just beautiful. So I'll meet you over there. So I finally made it to my shooting location for this beautiful waterfall. Look at this. And so I placed my camera. The camera is just below here, and I'm recording here on the screen what I'm gonna shoot. So basically there are like some ferns at the foreground. Then you've got some the rocks and the waterfall, the two waterfalls, one after the other, with a bit of sky and the beautiful pines that are on top of the waterfall. Is just wonderful, and honestly I could not have
expected better conditions than now. There are like a bit of clouds. It's not too highlighted. There's not too much sun, which is just wonderful. And there is no amount of scouting that can provide you this feeling of greatness, this feeling of being here and looking at what you're shooting. You can be scouting as much as you want, but you won't be able to be finding the locations and whatever plants that you want as foreground or whatever. And just scouting is really good to know the big picture, but then you need to really go on site to know exactly what you want to shoot. And here it really doesn't fail. It's just wonderful, just amazing. I'm gonna try now to find one or two other compositions, maybe also with some ferns, because like few of them around me. I don't know if you can see them like on the ground here. And I'm gonna also try to use my telephoto lens to use some of the details of the waterfall. Like if you look at that one and that waterfall, they're like just doing like small threads of water, and looking at them is just amazing. And I'm thinking like there are like really something, there is really something very peaceful that I can capture with a telephoto lens. So I'm gonna try to do this and enjoy the pictures. So I moved from the other place, and unfortunately things didn't unfold very well. After I talked to you, I flew my drone, and I went like 200-300 meters away from me. And then when I got back, the drone suddenly started acting weird, and 50 meters from me it crashed. So that's not something I'm very happy about. Luckily I could get it back, so I do have it here. It's so there are like some few issues. So I broke 2 of the rotators, but this is not a big issue. What's more of an issue is the camera is down, and the backward engine too. The body as well is impacted, as you can see here. And I guess there was a failure with the engine, with the backward brushless engine, because it was very hot when I got it back, like really hot. And I'm guessing there was a failure there. The drone started acting weird, like moving forward and then suddenly stopping, moving forward and suddenly stopping. And 50 meters from me, it would not go ahead anymore, and suddenly it crashed, like everything fell. I would guess it would still fly on three engines, but yeah, in this case, I'm guessing all of them just turned off. I'm not very happy about this. I was not really planning on buying a new drone. I have this one for less than a year. I had a previous one that had a similar issue. It kind of crashed, like it was like 100 meters high in the sky, crashed suddenly. So I'm not a very lucky person with the drones, although I try to treat them well. Battery was full, of course. And yeah, and that adds up to a bad luck I had yesterday. I fell yesterday, and I broke my lens, so it's still usable now because it's not completely broken, but I put some tape at the bottom to maintain it. It just does the job, like just a little bit, but pretty much it moves. I need to send it for repair. This is possible. It's not a big deal, but that's one more thing. So it's like this weekend starts to be costly for health, for mental health, and for gear. I have to say that I'm not very much in the mood to keep going with this video. It's just like, I mean, as you can see behind me, it's all beautiful. There's like this beautiful river going to some waterfall, and there's a huge waterfall just behind the camera, like really tall waterfall, like maybe 30 meters high. It's really beautiful, and yeah. But I have to say I'm not really in the mood to keep going with that. I'm gonna start going down. Maybe I still wait for the sunset because I'm here anyways, and I guess it's gonna be beautiful. But yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit for sunset, and let's see what happens. Hopefully I can catch something good, and that cheers me up a little bit. Speak to you later, guys. Despite what happened before, I still decided to stay around and to wait for sunset. I mean, I'm here and it's really beautiful, as you can see behind me. And well, I thought that would be still interesting to stick around and yeah, just enjoy the light. But apparently the light doesn't really want to come out. I see a little bit of orange over there on the left hand side, but I'm not really sure if it's gonna really be beautiful. Like now I'm a little uncertain, so I'm gonna wait a little more and see what's happening. And as you can see on my screen here, basically I do have here at the bottom of the image like the foreground, the grass, the green grass that creates kind of an arch at the bottom of the image. And then we've got this river here that goes towards the horizon, towards those mountains over there. And of course we've got the whole panorama that creates like a bowl here, and that's framing the mountains and the sky which are right in front of me. So overall, I think it's a nice composition. It's definitely beautiful. There is nothing to say about this, that's for sure. And actually, I have the feeling that the light starts coming out, because if you look on the right-hand side here, there is the mountains start coloring a little bit. So I'm guessing the sky might lead up too. And if those clouds on the horizon start as well to color, then wow, that's gonna be wonderful. So I might wait still a couple of minutes and hope for the best here. So in the end, it turned out to be really amazing. I guess you can still see a little bit of colors in the sky. It's just wonderful. Okay, I had a bad day in terms of gear, but wow, what a sunset, like really amazing. So yeah, I was really not planning on getting this shot here. I was going downstairs to the waterfall, and then I saw this wide vista here, which is definitely something I really enjoy. So I could not resist to stay here. So in the end, that's really key here, to go out, to have a plan, to maybe think that you're going to do sunset here or there. And in the end, don't stick too much to your plan, because you might find something better. You might just find, like me, like the perfect composition, or at least a very beautiful composition. And then you won't be disappointed. You will do something different than what you expected. You might have a different pictures than other people, which is also amazing. And yeah, like in the end, you're here to enjoy and to have fun. And that's exactly what happened to me here. Well, despite the broken gear, but yeah, like really beautiful evening. So I hope that this video was really helpful to you. And with that, I wish you good luck with your photography, and see you next week for new adventures.